The Minoan Civilization, which flourished on the island of Crete from approximately 2600 to 1100 BCE, is one of the most intriguing and influential cultures of the ancient Mediterranean world. Known for its sophisticated art, architecture, and extensive trade networks, the Minoans have left an indelible mark on the history of Europe. Central to the understanding of Minoan civilization are the Palace of Knossos, their advanced seafaring capabilities, and the cataclysmic eruption of the Thera volcano, which profoundly affected their society. The Palace of Knossos. Architecture and layout. The Palace of Knossos is perhaps the most famous and extensively studied archaeological site associated with the Minoan civilization. Located near the modern city of Heraklion, Knossos was the largest Bronze Age archaeological site on Crete and is considered Europe's oldest city. The palace complex, covering an area of about 20,000 square meters, was a sprawling network of rooms, corridors, and courtyards, reflecting the advanced architectural skills of the Minoans. The palace's layout was intricate and labyrinthine, leading some scholars to associate it with the myth of the labyrinth and the Minotaur. Sir Arthur Evans, the British archaeologist who excavated Knossos in the early 20th century, was instrumental in restoring parts of the palace, though his reconstructions have been subject to controversy and debate. Function and significance. Knossos was not just a royal residence but also a central hub of administration, religion, and commerce. The complex included residential quarters, storerooms, workshops, and ritual spaces, indicating its multifunctional nature. The central court, an open rectangular space, was likely used for public ceremonies and gatherings. The palace's storerooms, known as magazines, contained large storage jars, pithoi, that held grain, oil, wine, and other goods. This extensive storage capacity suggests that Knossos was a center of economic activity and redistribution, playing a crucial role in the island's economy. Art and frescoes. The walls of the palace were adorned with vibrant frescoes, depicting scenes of daily life, religious rituals, and nature. These frescoes provide valuable insights into Minoan culture, revealing their love for nature, athleticism, and religious practices. The famous Prince of the Lilies fresco, depicting a young man adorned with a crown of lilies, and the bull leaping fresco, showing acrobats performing daring feats with a bull, are iconic representations of Minoan art. The frescoes also suggest a society that valued beauty, athleticism, and possibly had complex social and religious structures. The presence of female figures in prominent roles within these artworks indicates that women may have held significant positions in Minoan society, possibly even in religious or political spheres. Advanced seafaring. Maritime trade and navigation. The Minoans were renowned for their advanced seafaring capabilities, which facilitated extensive trade networks across the Mediterranean. Their strategic location on Crete, at the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe, enabled them to become a dominant maritime power. Minoan ships, depicted in frescoes and seals, were sophisticated vessels capable of long-distance voyages. The Minoans traded goods such as olive oil, wine, pottery, and textiles, and in return, they imported precious metals, ivory, and other luxury items from Egypt, the Near East, and other Aegean islands. The presence of Minoan artifacts in distant regions attests to the extensive reach of their trade networks. Shipbuilding and navigation techniques. Minoan shipbuilding techniques were advanced for their time. Their ships featured high prows and sterns, which were likely designed to navigate the rough seas of the Aegean. The use of sails in addition to oars indicates that the Minoans had mastered the art of harnessing wind power for navigation. The Minoans also developed complex navigational techniques. While the exact methods remain unclear, it is likely that they used a combination of celestial navigation, coastal landmarks, and possibly early forms of charts to traverse the open sea. The island's geography, with its numerous bays and harbors, would have facilitated maritime activities. Influence on neighboring cultures. The Minoans' maritime prowess had a significant influence on neighboring cultures. Through trade and cultural exchange, they disseminated their art, technology, and religious practices across the Aegean and beyond. The presence of Minoan pottery and artifacts in Mycenae and Greece, for instance, indicates a transfer of artistic and technological knowledge. Furthermore, the Minoan influence is evident in the development of the later Greek civilization. The Mycenaeans, who succeeded the Minoans as the dominant power in the Aegean, adopted and adapted many aspects of Minoan culture, including their writing system, Linear A, which evolved into Linear B, religious practices, and artistic motifs. The eruption of Thera. The catastrophe. One of the most significant events in Minoan history was the eruption of the Thera volcano, located on the present-day island of Santorini, approximately 110 kilometers north of Crete. The eruption, which occurred around 1600 BCE, was one of the most powerful volcanic events in recorded history. It ejected vast amounts of ash and pumice into the atmosphere, leading to widespread environmental and climatic changes. The eruption produced a massive tsunami that would have devastated coastal settlements on Crete and other nearby islands. The ash fall from the eruption covered large areas, leading to the destruction of crops and disruption of agricultural activities. The climatic impact of the eruption, including a possible volcanic winter, would have further compounded the challenges faced by the Minoans. Impact on Minoan society. The eruption of Thera had a profound impact on Minoan society. Archaeological evidence suggests that many Minoan settlements were abandoned or significantly disrupted in the aftermath of the eruption. The destruction of coastal towns and agricultural land would have led to economic hardship and social upheaval. The Palace of Knossos, although not directly destroyed by the eruption, shows signs of significant changes in the period following the disaster. There is evidence of rebuilding and reorganization, possibly indicating efforts to recover from the widespread damage. Some scholars suggest that the eruption and its aftermath may have weakened the Minoans, making them more vulnerable to external threats, such as the rise of the Mycenaeans. Archaeological evidence. The eruption of Thera has been extensively studied by archaeologists and geologists, providing valuable insights into its impact on the ancient world. The archaeological site of Akrotiri on Santorini, often referred to as the Minoan Pompeii, offers a snapshot of a Minoan town preserved under volcanic ash. The well-preserved buildings, frescoes, and artifacts provide a wealth of information about Minoan life and the scale of the catastrophe. The study of volcanic ash layers and their distribution has also helped to date the eruption more precisely and understand its environmental impact. The analysis of ice cores, tree rings, and other geological records has revealed the far-reaching effects of the eruption, including changes in climate and atmospheric conditions. The Minoan Civilization, with its impressive palace complexes, advanced seafaring capabilities, and rich cultural heritage, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of ancient societies. The Palace of Knossos exemplifies the architectural and administrative sophistication of the Minoans, while their maritime prowess highlights their role as a central player in ancient Mediterranean trade and cultural exchange. The eruption of Thera, a catastrophic event with profound consequences, marks a pivotal moment in Minoan history. Despite the devastation, the legacy of the Minoans endured, influencing subsequent cultures and leaving an indelible mark on the history of the ancient world. The study of Minoan civilization continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike, offering a glimpse into a remarkable chapter of human history.